parties. It's me, Peter. Today is not about bourbon. It's tequila. All right. So why am I doing tequila? Well, tequila is pretty good, but so I had a few blanco tequilas last summer. One of them was this Tres Agaves, and then I also had some Camarena Blanco. And what I did, I know this is a Blanco, but you can tell it doesn't look like a Blanco, right? So I had aged some Stag 22A in a full-size mini barrel. And after I emptied that, I put in some Eagle Rare. So a second fill, I emptied that, and a third fill was like a 50-50 blend of this Tres Agaves and the Camarena Blanco. Now this one here, I had a barrel that I had put in, it was a Nulu, like experimental finish series, I think it was called. It was bourbon that they finished in maple syrup barrels, which tasted like dessert. It was really sweet and tasty. After I emptied that out of one of these full-size mini barrels, I refilled it with the Jack Daniel's barrel proof rye that you see behind me there. After that, I had some Olmeca Altos and Cimarron Blanco, and I put both of these in for 3.5 months. This one went up to 86 proof, and this one only went up to 82 proof. Now, they were just mostly just sitting in here. I think I had them for maybe a couple weeks in the greenhouse, like at the end of summer, probably beginning of fall. So I was so impressed with these, and I really do like El Tesoro Añejo, their tequila Añejo. I think it's delicious, really interesting. I don't know if you can see the color difference on the video, but these technically, I guess, would be Reposados, these two, because they've only been in the barrel for 3.5 months. But I just wanted to compare them. And I will say this one that came out of the Jack Daniel's barrel proof rye bottle, or mini barrel, looks a little darker, but and you know, these are not like the most high-end tequilas, right? Olmeca Altos, Cimarron is like a super good budget tequila. Camarena Blanco, also very budget. Tres Agaves, you know, it's, I don't know, probably getting up there, top end of budget, bottom maybe of mid-tier, but yeah, I'm just going to taste through these. I'm going to start with El Tesoro. Sometimes you'll get like blue cheese and feet and funk on certain tequilas. These ones I don't think have that, but yeah, it's that like a very smooth, like slightly sweet, almost a butterscotchy note on this one, and obviously, like I said, that vegetal agave flavor, that agave sweetness, some spice on the end, some type of like green bell pepper maybe. Now I'm going to go to this one here, the one I turned into a reposado myself. So this one, it smells more intense on the nose, you know. It smells like there's more going on. It almost smells, interestingly, effervescent. Oh man. It's more oily. And the sweetness is ramped up, and there's just a lot more going on. I can feel it, you know, like a little, that we're gonna call it a Jalisco hug, right? I don't know. It is, instead of just like a green pepper on this one, it's like green pepper, a little jalapeno, some slight black pepper, but the sweetness is, there is minerality on this one, more minerality. It tastes more complex. And for me, I typically don't like reposado tequilas. I only like a blanco and a good añejo, but these are like no other reposado I've ever tried. They taste like an añejo. Man, okay, I'm gonna go to this one. And so this, technically we're gonna say it came out of a rye barrel instead of bourbon, which I thought might go good with tequila because rye, is a little more, I would say like herbaceous profiles to it. And it's spicier, so. Whoa. This one is getting like a fruity sweetness, almost like an appley fruity, like hairy skin type vibe. Delicious, like prickly spice on the finish. Again, like I said, these are all going to have that vegetal agave sweetness, just overtones to them because they're tequila. But this one, man, it's almost like it doesn't get that like vanilla, buttery, scotchy caramel sweetness that you would get from an añejo that was in a bourbon barrel. It is getting, it's more like fruity spice, like I don't know why it's reminding me that it's like that cereal I used to have as a kid. It was like Apple Jacks or something. It's really good. Man, if I had to rank these things, man, the flavor is elevated probably because the proof's a little higher, but these two just have so much more going on. This El Tesoro, well, let me come back to it. This one's definitely softer, smoother, less spice across the whole palate. But the El Tesoro, it tastes super tame and watered down next to these two. So I'm going to say if you are doing these full size mini barrels, do 2 or 3 fills with like bourbon or rye, and then your third or fourth fill, put a tequila in there, man, a blanco tequila. And like I said, it doesn't have to be an expensive one. I believe these ones are ones that don't have any additives, which is why I wanted to use them. But what I'm going to do also is I'm probably going to do a blend of both of these. I had some agave syrup in one of these mini barrels after there was, various bourbons in there. And I emptied that. It's delicious. I'm going to put these back into that barrel that had the agave syrup and leave it there. I'm trying to, I don't know, maybe a year if I can wait that long. But wow, really interesting. Um, Dude, these they don't taste like reposados to me. They taste more like an añejo, like a really good añejo. This one is kind of reminding me of what is it called? And it's like super hard to get now. It used to sit on the shelves here in Oregon. Oh my goodness, Fortaleza. That's what it's called. Fortaleza Añejo. I love that one. I always got like that kind of jackfruit, juicy fruit gum flavor. I feel like this is leaning into that vibe. Like this is really good. Okay, well, till next time. All right, real quick, I just wanted to try. So I put some of that Omega Altos and the Cimarron, both blancos, in this glass. Same 50-50 blend I did when I put that into the full-size mini barrel. I don't know if you can see the difference there, but I just want to see like the change, Okay, this definitely smells more astringent and harsh and almost like a funky medicinal note. But This one's smelling more fruity and spicy. So I'm going to start with the Blanco. Yeah, some peppery spice on there. Almost a little sour milk finish on the end. It's kind of odd. It is tasty. But this just elevates it with, like I said, like a, it almost starts getting cinnamon spice added to it and like an appley pear type flavor coming through. And it is more oily. It's that is interesting. I mean, obviously I would take this. It's very good. Okay. Till next time, for real.